Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your girl, Liv here, bringing you guys our continuation on the speculation for new mons coming in the Crown Tundra DLC. Today we're doing Regidrago, or Drago. Oh my god, wow. Okay, so I can't say it. Regidrago. With me today is Mr. Milkman himself, OGalbina.
Hello, hello.
Man, I really thought you were gonna say more than that.
Just hello. I'm saying hello because we're here and we're ready to talk about
Yes.
Regidrago, which should be Regidrago. I don't fault you at all.
Yeah, it should be
for saying-
Regidrago. Well, I said Regidrago, so like I fucked up both of them. But yeah.
Damn.
So
I was
we're
trying to have
here.
your back.
Yeah, you were trying. Honestly, I meant to say Regidrago, but then I changed it last second. But yeah. So if you guys enjoy, of course, leave a like down below. Comment, subscribe if you're new. Check out Owen's channel, link down below as well. And with that being said, Owen, why don't you start off with what we do know about this Pokemon?
So, as per the name, it is a dragon type. I remember some people were thinking it would be like when we didn't know the name of it, we just saw like the picture of it. People were thinking it was gonna be dark, but I always thought that was crazy. Like this thing is just
dark as well, to be completely honest.
really. Oh, I always got big dragon energy from this dude, and like I guess that's like the whole thing.
Dark was like the second option. Like
oh yeah, for sure.
Aleki's was really obvious. I think this was. I could definitely get why someone would pick Dark for this. I thought it was like a really solid second choice.
Yeah, for sure. So we know basically the typing. We know that it has an ability called Dragon's Maw, which we don't know what it does, but we know that's the ability at the very least. And I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit as we go along. And then we also know that it has a signature move called Dragon Energy, where it is essentially Dragon type Eruption. It's a move that's based on, how much HP you have, the base power, just like Eruption, Water Spout, stuff like that. So, but that's it. We know probably even more or less about these ones than the
birds.
The Galar birds. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, these we definitely know the least about. But at the same time, though, for the stats at least, we probably have the best idea to go off of for those. So it makes up for it. Potentially for Dragon's Maw, I was thinking while you were mentioning it, I was thinking the really obvious guess of what it does, because we don't know what it does, was that it would be like a Dragon-type Pixelate. Then I remembered that Aleki has Transistor, and we already have Galvanized for that. So I think that idea is kind of out of the window. So I really don't know what this will do. But I'm kind of hoping it's like maybe something with like contact moves. I know that I was thinking like from your Insurgents stream you were doing, how the Delta Shinx had that ability where like when it made contact, it like got a little bit of recovery back. I think that would be kind of cool for this because it has like the mouth and all that. And I think that I just thinking offhand, I think it sounds like a cool idea for it. I can't really think of anything else this could do. So
I was thinking maybe it could be like a toxicity boost where but it's only for like dragon type moves, or like I don't know, I guess that would just be adaptability though. So
yeah, or like a worse adaptability if it wasn't 1.5.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
We'll see what happens. I think though that there's definitely there's not a lot of potential for this Pokemon, to be honest, because what Reggie has
we
been
pretty much
good,
know what it's gonna do.
yeah, what Reggie has been good, like even in terms of the physical moves or just the moves in general. There are a lot of moves that I think it could get, obviously, because it's a mouth. I think that Super Fang is really obvious. Psychic Fang is super obvious. Crunch is super obvious. Ice Fang and Thunder Fang are basically just taking place of the fact that the Regis all had Thunder Punch and Ice Punch when looking at their move pools. So this is just going to get the Fangs probably over the punches just because it's literally a mouth. Other common moves that Regis get is stuff like Seismic Toss, Superpower, Earthquake, Rock Slide. So those all felt like pretty givens on this Pokemon. And then yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really solid physical options that this thing gets. So if it is a physical attacker, like it kind of seems like it could be, this could be a pretty notable Pokemon. And even though the special end there are in general just a lot of really good coverage options the Regis get. So I think this would benefit a lot from a more physical sort of spread. So and do you want to talk about the potential status options this could get?
Yeah, so the Regis from the status department, they don't get too much too often because they are, big hulking giant beasts. So as for something that I'm pretty sure this thing will get, just based on the other ones, just Thunder Wave. I believe all the Regis have Thunder Wave, so if it doesn't get Thunder Wave, that would be a bit odd. So I was pretty set in stone about that one. I believe all the Regis also get Curse, and this definitely, if it does lean towards the physical side of things, I could definitely see it getting Curse, especially being this thing may want to function under like a Trick Room type oriented type thing. Curse could be really cool for it. Roar makes a lot of sense to me just because it's a giant mouth. And mouths bite and they roar and they make noise. So roar made a lot of sense as well. And then taunt too, because like Liv was saying, this thing does give off kind of like that dark type, like that mischievous, like evil type vibe. The way it looks and the way they kind of describe the thing, like it's ultra powerful and crazy. So like I can see it getting like, you know, a more dark oriented move like taunt or something like that. But other than that, there really isn't too much that I can see this thing getting that would be like, you know, super set in stone or anything really different from what the Regis right now already have.
Yeah, Regis in general don't get a lot of status options. It's usually like Thunderwave, Curse, a couple weathers, a couple setup moves, and then like rest, and that's pretty much it. A couple of the Regis have hazards. Regice obviously doesn't. I don't think that these will get hazards personally, especially.
Yeah, they don't get hazards because they're Regis.
Yeah,
so
if anything,
get wrong.
Yeah, if any Reggie got hazard, it would be a Lecky maybe getting spikes, but I genuinely don't see either of them getting hazards of any kind, let alone rocks. In terms of a potential stat line for this, the Regis are pretty predictable in what to get. There's one of two stat lines for the main Regis, and I feel like these are going to fall under, at least personally, I think that Regidrago will fall under the similar stat line to Regice and Regirock, where it'll have 200 in a stat, 80 in HP, and then 200s and 250s. So I think that'll probably line up more so towards 80 HP, 200 attack, 100 defense, 100 special attack, 50 SPDF, and 50 speed. This would, to put into perspective, go off of the inverse of the Regis that had their boosts in defense with 101 defense and 200 in another, with 50 in one offense and 100 in an offense. So I felt like that would be really cool. The 50 speed was pretty implied personally, but anything above that would honestly be a blessing for this, just because I'm having my expectations so low for this speed on this Pokemon. So anything above 50 would honestly be a miracle for this. Could be a solid Trick Room Breaker. This would be the highest physical attack stat of any Pokemon in the game, outside of like hidden ability stuff or like huge power stuff and all that. So that would be really, really cool for this. If Dragon's Ball boosted physical in any way, shape, or form, that would only be even better. So this could be like a really cool Trick Room Breaker, but that means nothing in singles, to be honest. So Owen, why don't you go into the next stat line?
Yeah, so for this one, I kind of took the approach of Registeel, which is a little bit different than Regirock and Regice, as I pull it up, because I want to make sure I remember all the stats. So the way that Registeel works is it's going to have 80 in HP, 75 in both of its attacks, 150 in both of its defenses, and then 50 in its speed. Basically, what I did with this spread was kind of making an offensive Registeel. Swapping the defenses and the attacks, making it 150 150, which I think is definitely very possible as well. I think this would make this thing very good under Trick Room if it had decent special coverage, like a flamethrower, like dragon types often get, or the possibility that what's the move? Dragon. Oh my gosh, I already forgot what it's called. Dragon Energy. If Dragon Energy ends up being a special move based on the animation that we saw, which is something I'm kind of leaning towards. This makes this thing, especially in like a VGC type setting, a big menace under Trick Room, and I think that's definitely going to be what Game Freak is going for here. With 90% of the Pokemon they design, especially the ones they want to be good, the stuff that they're pushing out in their marketing, they often want it to be good in their metagame. So I can see this thing being a very big, slow Trick Room menace, decent-ish natural bulk, but monstrous in both of its attack stats, as and it'll be able to hit on both sides with maybe a potential Earthquake or Flamethrower, and then like a special Dragon's Energy, or even if it's physical. I think that could be honestly pretty cool for it.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I will mention, this definitely plays in, I think, a little bit to Regieleki, so I'll probably mention it when we do the video on Owen's channel tomorrow with that. But I think that one thing that actually really does support this is the fact that if we had two Pokemon, like the Regirock and Regice, that inverted defenses, then Registeel and Regidrago, let's say, that inverted the 150 and 75 flips, it would definitely play into one of my stat line ideas for Regieleki, which, again, I'll save that for the Lecky video, but I think that there's a lot of options for making, like, the 150s with the offense and defense, the really aggressive defenses, and then, like, a speed variant for a Regi. I think that there's definitely a potential for it, but I think that it would make a lot more sense if Regieleki and Regidrago parallel each other personally, which is the only reason I'm a little bit off on this stat line, though I think obviously having the potential to mirror Registeel could definitely make a lot more sense on this than a Lecky if any of them were to. So I could definitely see it. I think it would be really cool, actually, if this one was to get that, to be honest. I think it would benefit it a ton, just being a Dragon type. They usually have really good mixed move pools. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, for sure. But next would be the abilities.
Yes. So the ability that I think that Regidrago would get is Strong Jaw, and I have I have one thing to point to for that being Regidrago's design. If you couldn't tell, it's a mouth. It's a mouth. There's no other way to put it.
Its thing.
It's literally a mouth. There's no other way to put it. If this didn't get Strong Jaw as the hidden ability, I would think it's a massive missed opportunity. It is literally a mouth. That's it. That's the point.
And that would definitely help if it got all those biting moves and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, that's sort of why I thought it would get like Super Fang, Ice Fang, Thunder Fang, Psychic Fangs, and Crunch. But we'll see what happens. Though it's gonna get Strong Jaw. I feel pretty confident in that.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, that's definitely a really good one. I didn't even think of it, which I'm mad at myself that I didn't, because it, again, is a mouth. For mine's a little bit more iffy, because I was thinking along the lines of, I don't know what Dragon's Maw does, and while I think it might be some kind of way of boosting dragon type moves, maybe even weakening them coming at you and that kind of thing, like a punk rock type ability or something like that. If it's something different, I could definitely see this thing getting adaptability for its dragon type moves as a hidden ability, just because of the way they kind of describe this mon as a cluster of dragon energy. It literally is like, you know, a dragon type move incarnate. So the sense that it would be even stronger with that, I believe it says Regidrago on the official website. It says Regidrago can use dragon type moves with greater power than any other Pokemon, which makes me kind of think and lean towards like not only just like the base power of the moves or whatever its stat line may be, but also the fact that like it just draws more of that energy out and is able to get more out of it. So I felt like that made a little bit more sense thematically, but that's only if Dragon's Maw doesn't already do that, and I think it might. So I think mine is a little bit more iffy. If this doesn't happen, I would be very surprised if Dragon's Maw doesn't, you know, at least boost its dragon type stab in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I think that definitely makes a lot of sense. And honestly, adaptability on this Pokemon with either stat line, well, maybe with the 200 attack stat line might be a bit much, because like even fairies would struggle switching in on that. But I think at the very least though, it wouldn't be too out there to give this adaptability, just because it is so dreadfully slow. It is a legend anyway, so it kind of needs to do something. So I could definitely see either option. Dragon's Maw, I think, would be really cool if it was to actually just naturally be that boost, especially because, well, actually, I was going to say because we probably wouldn't get hidden abilities for a while. But that's a lie, because we'll get the hidden abilities right off the bat, which is really cool, to be honest.
Or at least for draft.
Yeah, at least for draft. But yeah, no, I think, though, that realistically, Regidrago and Regieleki probably just, I don't know if they're going to deliver, but, I mean, I will say, if this got an adaptability sort of option, whether that's just what Dragon's Maw will end up doing, or adaptability, hidden ability, I could see this as a solid tier 3 option. I think it's too slow to really be much better than that, unless it got a really good move pool, and I don't think it's gonna be that fast. Or
if they just like, yeah, they randomly gave like one of the 100 stat lines in speed for no reason. Yeah, it doesn't even look like it has legs. Like they're barely even there.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be slow. This is gonna be so slow. Honestly, I would genuinely not be shocked if it was slower than 50, though I went with 50 just because it's a Regi, but it looks so slow.
For sure.
Yeah, no, this will probably be like a tier 3 at best, though I could definitely see it in tier 4 or tier 5. Unless it got a really good ability, or if Dragon's Maw just ends up being really good. But yeah, so that's our Regidrago speculation. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new. Check out Owen, his links will be down below. We're gonna be doing Regieleki tomorrow on his channel. We did do the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday before, but obviously with the Crown Tundra dropping Thursday and the fact that I got the flu, we're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to get these out right before, so we can have all the predictions out there for all you guys, and so that we can get discussion going. So comment down below what your predictions are for Regidrago, and Owen, do you have any last words?
Nope. Crown Tundra this week. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's do it.
See you guys then. Peace out, guys.